aparência mística.
Hello foodies, we're now in Yiping. It is the third largest city here in Sichuan province. This city is actually very famous in China for three reasons. First, it has a beautiful bamboo forest. A lot of movies were filmed here. And it's the first largest city along the Yangtze River. The third one is this city is the capital of alcohol. A very famous alcohol called Wuliangye was produced in this place. Actually, the moment we drove into the city, we can smell the alcohol aroma in the air already, so let's get drunk here. Anyways, we're here for none of these reasons. We're here for the food in Yiping. This place has amazing food scene. Anyways, without further ado, let's start our food adventure here. Our first stop in Yiping is gonna be the infamous burning noodle. It's called burning noodle not only because it's super spicy, but also apparently you can set those noodles on fire. So it's raining right now, so let's fuel your breakfast with some fiery noodles. This place is super hard to film. It's like packed with people. Anyways, we got this burning noodle. It looks very spicy. Wow. The texture of this noodle is great. It's like super soft at the same time. It's also super elastic. And then you also have chili oil, a lot of green onions, fermented veggies, and peanuts. I felt like people love peanut here. It really adds a crunchy texture, at the same time aroma. Oh, this is really, really good. It is spicy though, but thank God I asked for mild spicy, so I can still handle it, but I felt like they used lard as well, so you can really smell the pig oil kind of coming from the noodle. And the grease, but it's not too oily. It's like perfect, so it gives all the moist from the noodle. Let's see if this noodle can really be set on fire. Let's play with some fire now. Oh, we can, see? You see fire, see? The best restaurants usually are hidden in those alleyways. It might not have the best ambience, but usually the taste can lie. Anyways, we're in Yiping and our first dinner is hidden here in the corner. I've never tried beef casserole before. I guess it's kind of like a hot pot, but a spicier version, so let's check it out. We also got this dessert. It's apparently called baba, which is made of sticky rice and rice. It's like wrapped in leaves. I'm gonna try a little bite. Cheers!
它这还有整份包装的。你要不要买了回去吗？
It tastes like zongzi. It's like sticky rice, but it has lard and brown sugar. So it's like really fragrant. This is really, really good. A little bit sweet, not too much. And the texture is like gooey and then chewy. I can't stop eating, but I have dinner here. So next up, beef tendons. Then you dip into the sauce. The sauce is actually made from the original broth, so it actually gets all the flavor. So fragrant. My favorite part is actually the tendon because it's really soft. Let's see. See how soft it is? It's super tender actually. You don't have to chew, it's like slides down in your throat. The thing is, I think they actually stir fry it before they put it into the pot, so it has like the oily flavor, but it's not too much, and it's super rich. And because usually when you have the tendon and you cooked in a pot, it doesn't absorb all the sauce, but this does. That's why I think they stir fried it beforehand, and it gets all the fragrance and all the flavors from the broth and the pot. This is super good. This is cow stomach. You can see there's so many folds and layers on the skin. This is so much thicker. This is super crunchy. I guess because of the skin, it's like folded. So every bite you have, it has all the flavors from the broth. At the same time, it's like has the chewy texture. And there's just so many parts of the beef or the cow in this pot. You basically find the whole organs, their tongue. If you only like beef itself, it might not be your thing, but for me, I think organs has so much flavor, and I love how the broth was cooked. You can tell they were cooked for hours, and you have this rich flavor of beef, and at the same time all the organs has different textures. This pot is just great. Like, I'll just get a bowl of rice and keep eating. I'm gonna tie my hair up so it's easier to eat. It's so thick. I'm gonna try beef belly next. It's super soft. You don't need to chew much, and at the same time it also has the fat part of the beef, so it's not only the meat, so it's less chewy, and it actually melts in your mouth, and it's like so much flavor from the broth. The ambience is not the best, as we can tell, but I guess flavor matters more, right? We cannot leave Yibing without getting Chinese barbecue. The barbecue in Sichuan is integrated to people's life. Usually people get barbecue after movies, after they are playing mahjong or work, and those barbecue shops are usually hidden in those residential areas. And the barbecue in Yibing is also very special. Apparently they only marinate the skewers while they grill it. Anyways, I've never had it before, so let's check out this shop behind me. It's right next to a trash can. I don't know how good it is, but we'll see. So this is pork belly. I'm gonna try. They usually sell it 10 skewers at once, and then you dip it into this like dried spices mix, I would say. So much grease and a lot of flavor. This is like a little bit spicy, but has like peanut, so it's a lot of texture as well, and then the pork belly has the fat part, so it's just like the moment you bite to it, the grease kind of like explodes in your mouth, and that's so good. And the next thing we're gonna try is potatoes. Nothing special, but it's actually like a bit crunchy, so a potato is not overcooked. The skin of the potato has all the spices. You can taste the cumin, you can taste the chili, and the peanut, and at the same time you also have green onion, so it's like a lot of flavors. So the next thing I'm gonna try is apparently the specialty here in Yibing. It's this tendon from pig's nose. Let's try. It looks very small. It's very chewy. Tastes almost like enoki mushroom, like the chewiness. But because it has the fat content, it's like full flavor with the grease, the fat, but it's also had like this rubber texture, but in a good way. And it was seasoned so well. This is really, really good. I'm gonna have another one. Chinese barbecue here in Yibing is a vibe. I am loving it. People literally just sitting on the street, and then you have this like small chairs, low tables, and the table behind me, they're chatting about life. You also see couples, they're dating on the other tables. And this city is so chill, super laid back, and there's so much to offer, like amazing food as well. I'm really, really enjoying this. We're currently in Zigong. We're having a quick stopover because we're here to eat some rabbit. Rabbit can be found in many cuisines, French for example, and Chinese people also pretty fanatic about rabbit. And there's this saying that there's no rabbit can escape Sichuan province. This province alone eat around 300 million rabbit each year. And Zigong, this city, takes up 40% of this consumption. The restaurant we're going today is called Toilet Rabbit because it's located right next to this public toilet. We had Chinese barbecue next to a trash bin yesterday. I guess having rabbit next to a public toilet isn't that bad, right? Now I have a huge pot of rabbit right next to me. I saw how it's all coming together, so I'm very excited. So now let's eat some rabbit. Cheers! It's a little bit like chicken actually. It's like tender, but at the same time the meat is quite firm. And because they fried it beforehand, so you have this aroma from the oil. So it actually locks up all the moist and the juice within the rabbit, so it doesn't taste too dry. It's very spicy though, it's getting me. I need some rice. The rabbit actually has a lot of bones. But because The whole pot has a lot of like Sichuan peppercorn, have a lot of chilies, mushrooms, ginger, garlic, so it's like full flavor. It's really, really good. Despite being next to a toilet, I would come back again. I felt like I can eat 3 bowls of rice with this. Have you ever experienced flavor explosion? You have to try bai rou, which is white meat. It's Sichuan style pork belly, thinly sliced and dipped into garlic sauce. It's my all-time favorite cold dish. I am now in Lizhuang, which is where this pork belly was originally from, and let's trace the origin. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm very excited. Look how thin it was cut. It's almost like transparent, you see? And apparently you have to eat like this. So you like chopstick and you curl it. And then you dip it into the sauce. All in one bite. Let's go. More sauce. It's like everything melts at the same time because you have the fat, you have the meat, so flavorful. And because it was cut so thinly, so you don't have to chew almost. It's like 1 second, everything kind of explode in your mouth. And the sauce was great too. It's like spicy, but not too much, and gives like a little bit kick. There's also a lot of garlic and the vinegar, so it really balanced off the greasiness from the pork belly. And I don't know, it's so good. It's like I can just keep eating. I'm about to leave Yiping, but again, I got this yellow papa. This is so good. I wanted to get it again before I leave. So let's end our trip here.